Hey everyone, today I want to give you the most important and the best advice that you can get if you want to sing cover songs. So stay tuned. All right, we all love our favorite songs that are sung by artists that we just love, right? I have those songs that I just adore and I want to listen to them all the time. And yes, I have singers that I totally adore and I absolutely love to sing their songs, which does not mean that I try to copy them. Now, the most important aspect that I could just really tell you, the most common mistake I see singers make is just to try to always sing in the original key, which the likelihood of the key not being the perfect key for you is pretty great. So what I would suggest is that the first and most important thing is to really find out what is the perfect key for you to sing that song in. And while sometimes you could sing it in the original, maybe it doesn't lie exactly in your voice in a range where it sounds the best. So there is range and there's tessitura, and I've talked about this before. The range is how low, how high does a song go. The tessitura, however, is where does it sit most of the time. So there could be a song that has a large range, but does it sit higher most of the time or does it sit lower most of the time? So maybe it just breaks out to the low end really quickly just for a pickup note, or maybe it just breaks out to the high end just a couple times very short. Or is it maybe it starts really high? There are some songs that just start out right away in the high, in the high part of your voice. So the most important thing is to really choose the right key. And yes, I do realize that if you do work with backing tracks, with karaoke tracks, it's not really that easy to find it in the right key. Now the thing is, if you are a female, it is really hard to find male songs that would be in the perfect key for you unless that male singer, the original, has a really, really high voice for a guy. Usually, I will have to transpose all of those songs, otherwise they don't sit nicely in my voice. Usually it's just exactly half an octave off, which is terrible. If it was just like a whole step or maybe a minor third, I could swing it, but a half an octave, it just doesn't sound good, and it's not even singable. I would have to jump back and forth between octaves. So most important thing, find the right key. So, but however, below the video, I'm going to put some links for tools that you can use to actually transpose and to find transposed backing tracks. So I know there's, like on Smule, there are sometimes several keys by different singers who did some cover version of something, but there's also some tools that you can use, and I will link them up below. The next piece of advice I want to give you is, when you try to sing this song, do not imagine what the original singer sounds like. And I know this is really a process that you're going to have to go through that isn't going to be easy, but over time you get better. I want you to really think of, before you sing this song, what is that song gonna sound like in my own voice? Because you want to make it your own. You can, of course, try to copy exactly the technique that original singer is doing. And you want to adhere to certain principles probably if you want to just really, if you're in a cover band, you don't want to be too different most of the time because people want to recognize the song. However, what happens most of the time is when we imagine the original singer, we change our voices, we change the voice color completely. So for example, if I'm thinking about Norah Jones, I'm thinking about this very velvety, soft, sometimes breathy kind of voice. And yes, while she has that, and I can have that too, I don't really want to think about that exact voice color that she has most of the time, just because I'm not going to sound like her. See, what happens is we darken or brighten our voice just because you have it stuck in your mind what the original singer sounds like. So when I think of Billy Joel, I'm like, oh, this very gritty sound sometimes. And I don't want to, I can do that sound, but I don't want to think of sounding exactly the same way. See what I'm saying? So if I'm trying to sound like someone else, probably I won't sing, won't sing like myself, but I will probably go, I will sing not like myself, just because I'm thinking of someone who has a totally different voice color. And that's what you don't want to do. You want to try to think of what you will sound like when you sing that song. And the next thing is, of course, grasp the style of the song that you want to do, but at the same time, you have to understand what little pieces of freedom you have, because you do as an artist. You don't want to copy one-to-one. You still want to have your own things going on. However, it needs to be in the style of the original, unless you completely want to change genre. You can sometimes take a pop song, make it into jazz, or take a jazz standard and make it into a hip hop. You can do anything with music and with any piece of music, with any song. But whatever genre you're singing in, be true to the rules of the genre. Every genre has some rules, and I should probably do some video sometime about the very characteristic rules or sounds of each genre, because each genre has that. All right, that's it for today. Do not forget, during the month of February, I'm uploading a video every single day for 28 days, and I'm doing the 28-day challenge. Expand your range, your vocal range. So if you want to be part of that, all you have to do is just look at the videos and watch them every day. If you do not want to miss them, of course, if you're not subscribed, you better subscribe and hit that bell symbol. That way you will not miss them, and it's going to be awesome. I know a lot of people are going to have, it's going to help you so much, just because that is the most commonly asked question. How do I expand my range? Which doesn't just mean high, it's your whole range. All right, I will see you soon, and always keep on singing. Bye now.